Talia here. Thanks for sitting down and hanging out with me for the next 10 minutes or so. If you didn't check out the previous video, let me just tell you what it is that you're going to be looking at today. This is our travel album from our 2.5 month holiday we did earlier in the year. And I did the whole thing using the Project Life app, and then I got it printed. So now I'm just adding some titles and embellishments. So because it's a holiday album, there's like way more photos than a regular Project Life album. So today I'm going to be looking at week 19 because I've actually already made all the earlier additions to the layouts, and I did film them and everything, but they were really just crap. So, you know, some of them were upside down or out of focus or just like not good. So I've tried a new setup and I'm pretty happy with it. So we're going to get started on week 19. So you can see here the layout is sort of full. Sorry about my big pregnant belly that gets in the way every now and again. This is actually when the week I found out I was pregnant, and so that's the bit of journaling, and the picture below is the picture that my son drew. I put it on the table, and when my husband came home, I said, "Oh, look, Leo drew your picture," and yeah, it's a picture of our family, and inside me is a little baby. So that was fun. So my technique I just used there, because that paperclip faces the wrong way, and with the 12 by 12 printed pages like that, I'm not able to just stick it in the other side of that card. I just had to cut a slit with my knife, and that works really well. You might remember from the last video when I showed you like the kit that I'm using for this layout. I had a few Ellie Studio little packs. One was a food one, and that tag is from the food one, and the other one was a summer one, and I will use that a bit because it's definitely summer while we're there. This is my youngest son Ellie's first haircut, so I'm just spelling that out. The picture is actually a comparison of Leor's hair, my oldest son, and Ellie's hair after they've been cut, just because they look like the same colour now, and they've always had really different coloured hair, and it's just one of them's darkened and the other is lightened. So I put it in, but yeah, I feel kind of bad. Like Leor's first haircut, he had a full page spread about it, but Ellie's first haircut, I was by myself and no one there to take a photo, so at least I have it documented. I didn't have an R, so I just used a P and then used my white pen. And I didn't have an S in any of my things anymore, so I've used an ampersand, which is not ideal, but meh. I'm going to use I'm trying to use my stapler a fair bit in this, because I love to use my stapler normally, and part of my reasoning for adding embellishments and things like this to these pages is so that they have some sort of continuity with the rest of my Project Life album for the year. So because this is only like 3 months of the year, I have all the stuff before it, I have all the stuff that I'm doing now after it. So I just don't want it to stick out too much, and because I chose to do it in the weeks, even if there are tons of photos for each week, it is still a weekly Project Life album, so I wanted to keep some sort of continuity there. I do have a little bit of journaling on that card, but I think that I need to add just a little bit of journaling somewhere to say that what this model is of, that I have a picture of. It was a really significant thing for me when we were there looking at it. It's a model of Jerusalem in the Second Temple period, and a model of the Second Temple. So this was at the time that Jesus was walking around. And so I want to just write, all I want to do is just write down that that's what it is. So I'm just using one of these tags from Chic Tags, little stickers. So I just put that back in. I'm going to try to use that little sticker that I didn't use before. I'm just covering up a scar I have on my back as well. And I'm going to try to stick another sticker on. Small children don't bother me. Oh, they're going away. Good. I can keep going with the video. Cool. So I'm about to trim down this 12 by 12 sheet that I had printed, because this is my favorite actual size to use for like inserty type bits, which I guess is like 12 by 8, but the app doesn't have that option, and I always have to trim down my pages normally when I do that as well. And it just so happens it's a good A4 size, so the picture that I'd painted that day I'm going to add to the back side of it. And you could, on the one of those 6 by 12 sheets, you can see a black and white picture that has this picture in it. Oh, guys, outside. And I'm just writing the journaling about how I got the opportunity to do this watercolor painting for on Mother's Day, blah blah blah. And I'm going to staple that on. The pages, like the A4 page, is just slightly too big, so I'm going to trim it down. And just so you know, I totally like screw this up. Not totally sure how. Like, okay, sorry about that interruption. Used the opportunity to go get myself a cup of tea anyway, so it's all good. How do I even get time to do scrapbooking with two crazy children? But of course, they're the reason that I do the scrapbooking, so yeah, can't live with them, can't live without them some days. Yeah, so I totally stuffed that up. I had to like trim it a million times, take the thing off, but it worked out fine in the end. I'm wanting to get a fuse tool, so that's why I just stick this into a 12 by 12 sheet and I don't do anything with it. I'll have to go through years worth of albums, to be honest, when I get my fuse tool and fix up all the pages. Usually I just sew up the side, and I've stopped doing that because I know I want to get the fuse tool. It's just one of those things I won't get until I have a birthday or something like this. Okay, this is the last page for the week. It was a food tour that I did. So I'm just choosing a couple of embellishments to put on. We're going to keep going with these travel videos for a couple more videos, but I'm not going to show you necessarily every week, I don't think, because you get the idea. But what I do want to show you is getting started on my pregnancy album, which is pretty exciting. Do you know what I get to do today? I get to find out if the baby's a boy or a girl. Eek! I'm so excited. I could hardly even sleep last night. Not that matters either way, but I'm just super keen. For some reason this time I'm super keen to find out. We didn't find out with either of the boys, so I don't know what it is, but I really want to find out this time. That's totally not related, sorry. I mean, it might be related to some of the other videos coming up. But I just, anyway, putting together this embellishment cluster. Another option, if you have printed out pages with the Project Life app and you're not happy with a page, you can just, like they're the right size, you can just stick a new 4x6 picture or Euro card over the top, and that would be fine. So here I'm just adding a little bit of journaling to say that the boys were babysat while I went to the thing, because I didn't mention that in the journaling, though I should have, because look how huge the journaling is. That's one of the things I don't like about the app, is you don't know like how big your journal is going to look on the page. But that's it. I hope you like it. See you next time.